Smoking? I ain't never break up with my bitch. She know how I land, nigga. Pablidogee. Man, I had a bitch like that. 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 Look at this fresh ass fit. Shorty, I got a fit like that. Man, I had a bitch like that. I ain't never left my bitch. My bitch wear the hat. Peanut wear the pants. I be doing my dance. Put my money in a fan. Doing a stanky leg. Lean to the right and snap. Yeah, then I snap back. Get a head like snap back. Man, that turtleneck. Got my hand over her head. Doing a jumping jack. Yeah, I be doing my dance. Yeah, I'm the money man. Yeah, call me money man. Yeah, nigga doing the dance. Nigga, I'm doing the track. I'm selling the crack. I'm flipping her back. I'm just be running it back. She on the road. I'm on the ass. Nigga, I ain't on the ass. I'm a street nigga. Look at your ass. Nigga, your ass is sad. You know it's sad. I gotta get my bitch back. Yeah. Man, I had a bitch like that. Man, I had a bitch like that. Yeah. Man, I had a bitch like that. 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 You ain't never had a bitch like that. You ain't never had a bitch like that. Sure, I'm counting on sure, I got 300. Bitch, I got another 600. Say I'm getting this money. Bitch, I'm making it sunny. Bitch, look at all this jewelry. I have 2 chains. Bitch, I ain't 2 chains. Bitch, I drive sloppy as fuck. I get 2 lanes off that goose say. That great goose see. Bitch, look at your big booty. You need to come from a nigga, bitch. I'm a groupie. And I love my bitch like that. I wear my bitch like that. I'm rocking this shit like that. Yeah, I'm rocking this shit right back. Yeah, man, I had a bitch like that. Man, I sold it like that. Man, I used to sell shit like that. This girl, I smoke shit like that. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Man, I had a bitch like that. 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 Man, I had a bitch that trap. Man, I had a bitch that popped that nigga like pat, 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 pat. I never left my bitch like that. My bitch be in the box, be never jacking the box. Man, I'm jumping the box, I'm hopping like a rabbit in the box. I got a rabbit in a fox. These ain't fox locks. Man, I be on the track. See that when I put on the track? Beat me ass back like that. Man, I had a bitch like that. You talking all that lame ass shit? Yeah, I had a bitch like that. And I don't do shit like that. Beat me ass, be in the trap. Yeah, beat me ass serving no packs. Beat me ass flipping the back. Yeah, lean right and I snap. Man, I had a bitch like that. Lean a bitch like that. Like rice bitch pop. Man, I had a bitch like that. Man, I had a bitch like that. Yeah, yeah. Call me P, man, there. Man, I had a bitch like that. Man, I had a bitch like that. Now I be in the street with the tell me I had a bitch like that. Still got the bitch like that. Yeah, yeah. Man, I had a bitch like that. 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 I'm hitting that bitch like that. Yeah, hitting that bitch like that. Man, I had a bitch like that.